How did you get C. diff? Were you on antibiotics? I know antibiotics can sometimes cause it. Do you have a heart condition, or were the heart attacks from the sepsis and everything else? How do you stay so positive during all of this? This sounds like such a nightmare for both of you. Do I come off as positive? Can you finish explaining what the heart attack felt like?
Way to help her and everything like that. It's stressful as much stress as you can feel without having a heart attack. So.
We got a bunch of questions. What was the experience like on your end? Okay, I got this question a lot. I'm confused what kind of heart attack it was. Was it a major, minor? What's the difference? Okay, I also didn't finish explaining that. Sorry, my brain is just all over. So it's called a
Takotsubo heart attack. There are two types of heart attacks out there. There are major and there are minor. They are still heart attacks. Let's just clear that up real quick.
And I'll tell you the difference in a second, but it's called Takotsubo.
Cardiomyopathy.
Cardiomyopathy or broken heart syndrome, and my heart was enlarged. So the difference, I'll just tell you the difference between how they felt, because obviously a minor heart attack is not as fatal as a major heart. I did not have a major heart attack, thank the Lord above.
Major heart attacks are usually when your heart stops.
Yeah.
Or you have a blockage.
Right.
Like your arteries are filled with crap, or something is blocking blood flow. So the heart stops because it's like, oh, there's no more blood. You must be dead.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So,
yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah. But I will tell you the difference. And the dude, was it the guy in the ambulance? I don't know. Someone told me at one point, he said that as far as how it feels. So basically, when the reason it hurts so much is because it didn't knock me out. And it didn't knock me out because it wasn't a major heart attack. So most people, when they have a major heart attack, they completely like pass out, and because that pain is too severe, they can't even handle it. So their whole body passes out. So for me, they told me that I was like right at that line before like crossing over to the major, but I still was awake. And so I felt the pain almost as bad as what it could have been. Not as bad, but almost there. And that's why it was so scary and so painful. So it was more painful, but it's not as bad. So it's like a minor heart attack is more painful because you're awake to feel it. A major heart attack is worse because that can kill you. So a minor can too, but
sure.
Untreated
heart attacks will probably always have bad consequences.
And this is, like I mentioned, yes, this is actually how my stepmom passed away, was she died of a broken heart. And that's a thing. I saw a lot of questions being like, what was your heart broken for? Did you lose somebody or blah, blah, blah? Well, stress can cause it too. And I just
Stress caused this one for sure.
I had a lot of stress going on in my life. I still do.
You just got over C. diff.
Yeah. And
or still getting over C. diff in the meantime.
And also just personal stress. Like I'm an empath, and I tend to take on everybody's feelings around me. So if there's stressful things going on in the family or with friends or people online or whatever, I take it, pun intended, to heart and too much. And it's been a problem my whole life.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. The doc, what did he say today? He was like, just stop doing that. He's like, why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
I'm like, I can't help it. I'm sorry, I can't help it. He's like, well, you need to. I'm like, okay. So anyway.
So that's the difference. Don't have any heart attacks. They're all bad.
Yeah, they all suck in different
Minor,
ways.
major, whatever.
But looking back, I'm glad I had that kind and not the major one.
It's the best kind of heart attack you can have.
Yeah. Do you have a history of heart problems or in the probes?
Heart probes.
Probes. Well, it's spelled probes. P-R-O-B-E-S. Okay. Heart probes or in the family. Yeah,
well, we thought so.
Well, my grandpa, for sure.
Grandpa, for sure.
My grandpa, for sure. He was born with a quarter of a heart. He was only supposed to live till he was, I think, 21, and he lived to be in his 70s, so he's a total badass too. And then one of my siblings has experienced a minor heart attack like this. I thought two of them had, but we called the other one and they're like, no, I didn't. So I don't know where I got that information, but at least one of my siblings have. And my mom has had heart issues before, but nothing like so prominent that you would expect that.
Yeah,
you weren't
on the radar. for heart attacks, if that's what the question kind of is. So.
How much money do you make on YouTube?
It's not exactly heart related.
That's okay.
Okay.
I make so much money. I'm loaded.
So much money.
Last month,
I go to work for the ambiance. That's how.
Yeah.
And I work 12 hours a day. For
I support
the
him.
fun of it, because she's such a sugar mama.
Yeah, I made like $30 last month. So.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's impressive. Usually it's like 30 cents a month.
The most I've ever made, I think, was like $50 a month. But I don't care. That's not what I'm in it for.
I'm gonna do it for the money, guys.
No,
it's not
we
about
do
that.
it
It's about you.
Spread the messages and to show people that they're not alone. That's all this is.
That being said, YouTube, if you want to up our rates, we're fine with that. Rock on. But we know you won't, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. It just calms that motherly instinct that I have not been able to, that I don't have it to be used. I can't use this. I have this natural motherly instinct in me, and I can't use it very often. Like once in a while when I see my nieces and nephews, I use it a little, but every day, like it actually really helps me. What were we talking about?
How much money do you make?
It does fill that little void for me as well, to try and just be there for other people and also show all of my embarrassing crap so that others don't feel alone, because
embarrassing crap happens to us all.
Yeah, and I know what it feels like to feel alone and have no support, so that's why I'm here. Okay, so this isn't a question, but it does explain. So Tattered Quilt says, a pre-heart attack, chest pain from cardiac reasons. So the pre-heart attack is what I had 10 minutes before the big, and if you want to go back and listen to that story, you can, but there was basically one that was a little bit milder than the second one, about 10 minutes before the big one happened. And this person is a nurse, I believe. So she said, it's called angina. Is that right? Angina. Sure. Angina. And yes, medical trauma can cause PTSD. It's illegal for anyone but a physician, nurse practitioner, or other higher level medical professional to diagnose anything. When I worked as an RN, I knew what was going on with a specific set of symptoms, but I couldn't diagnose, even though I had been an RN longer than the MD had been alive. Oh,
so probably
that's
talking about when we were grilling the EMTs, like we're having a heart attack, they're not allowed to diagnose you with stuff like that. So
I told them they're not allowed to. And I asked him again in the ambulance, and he's like, I'm not supposed to tell you. Right. But he gave me that look like.
But like, you don't get rushed over to the hospital in ambulance unless you're like in danger of. So anyway, go ahead.
She said, get baby aspirin to chew. It's something that should be checked with a personal MD, since some meds or conditions shouldn't include aspirin unless it's a last ditch thing. That's what I heard. That's what
Yeah, they gave you that.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you're having a heart attack, they give you aspirin to chew. It's not fun.
Neither is a heart attack.
Yeah, I wanted to read this comment. So Madeline C7414, I have thought for a while that you remind me so much of my cousin, the way you look and your personality. She had some similar health issues, developed heart failure from a serious addiction problem, and ended up passing away at 34 years old from an accident related to this. I'm so sorry for your loss. She was also a huge Queen and Freddie Mercury fan, so that was almost spooky hearing you say that. I wish she had gotten help before it was too late, but I'm really glad you're still here. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm really so sorry for your loss. Yeah, that's awful. We've answered this before, but we'll answer it again because I know we have new people. I've answered it probably 20 times over the years.
It's all good.
Why do you guys have separate bedrooms? Just being nosy. I'm glad you're here. It's okay. I would be asking too.
We actually don't like each other that much.
We're getting divorced.
It's kind of a thing.
We just, it's only when the camera's on that we show each other any sort of affection.
It's true.
As soon as the camera's off, we just hate each other and go to our own rooms and just, No, we have many reasons. And you know what? It just doesn't work for some people. For us, it just doesn't work to sleep together. We've tried so many times.
Yeah. She likes it hot. I like it cold.
When I lay down, I get really cold.
Yeah. So
and he gets really hot when he lays down. He also has the gasages that literally choke me almost to death. It's okay. You're healthy. That's all. Yeah. That's all it is. And also our schedules, and also I have a queen bed, which he does not fit on because I have a base, like a footboard. So he would have to sleep like diagonally, and I move around so much, and I'm loud and annoying, and I push. I'm not fun to sleep with either. So it just works better for us. One year,
just works better.
My mom was getting rid of one of her twin mattresses. We're like, sure, we'll take it. And I don't remember why, but one night you were like, I'm just gonna sleep in the other room.
I think because I was on the night shift at that point, remember? And
I
had to have that dark room for like a year.
Maybe that's
when
what
I was
it
on the
was.
night shift for
but then like the next day we both came to each other and we were like, I slept so much better. I slept really good without you. I'm sorry. I slept better when you weren't there.
Yep.
Will you be receiving follow-up checks on your heart to be sure it's recovering as it should? Yes, as I mentioned before, we did go to the doctor today. It went well. He was really nice.
They technically did an EKG and blood work on you today too. A little impromptu, because we were checking out with the nurse, done with the doctor, and she was asking questions about when her schedule, blah blah blah, and I look over at Shannon and she's just like, and that was a clear sign of, oh, catch her right now. So it looked like I got her under her arms and I caught her and she passed out right away.
It was very, very embarrassing.
Right there in the middle of everybody.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're gonna pass out anywhere. I had just gotten done telling the doctor, like, I pass out all the time and we're not sure what it's from, and so he came out.
He thinks it might be heart related. If your heart rate's weird or rhythm, your rhythm of your heart's weird, that it can cause that.
So they took me back. We had just finished our appointment, but then I passed out, so they took me back in the room. My blood pressure was really low. So again, they decided ultimately that they're giving me a new medication to take on top of a different one that I'm already taking, and they're doubling the dose of that different one. And then also, they're gonna put a heart monitor on me and monitor my heart for a month and see what happens. And especially like if I pass out again, or if I'm having these little episodes that I've been having that aren't heart attacks, but like painful episodes, then
track all that.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to, I guess, track it, which is really cool. So so are we going to get it in?
We're just waiting for their call.
They couldn't get it. They had to they have to order it and go and do all the logistics and stuff. And so I don't have it yet, but
probably tomorrow or Monday, I bet.
Yeah.
That was tough. That sucked. Let's never do it again.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're still here with us, with me. And we're gonna get you healthier and stronger, and hopefully we don't have to deal with this ever again.
Yeah.
I love you, and you're beautiful, and you're worth it.
All right, that's all the questions that we got. If you guys want us to do another Q&A sometime, let me know.
Thanks guys for being here. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for all your support and love through all this this was crazy scary. This was crazy out of the blue. We're talking about it a little light right now because it was a couple months ago. And we're just, we're not over it, but we've learned a lot from it. It was super cool to see all you guys do your wonderful thing of support and love. Keep that up.
Beyond grateful for all of you. Your prayers, love, good vibes, whatever you did.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I could feel it. He could feel it. And yeah, is that it?
I think so.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. I will see you soon for another video. Let me know down below what you want me to talk about. Just taking it as I can. So I'll post when I can.
There you go.
I guess. Because I don't want to give up completely. I don't want to leave.
We're not even going to get into that right now.
I just...
Stress less.
Just right now, I don't want to promise anything. Anyway. All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you for all the questions. And I will see you next time. And remember forever and always that you're beautiful.
You're worth it.
And I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. Is that what people do?
I don't know what you're doing to...
I'm meditating.
Oh, then yes. Anything you want to when you're meditating.
This is how people meditate.
Yes.
We've been here for 46 minutes. Okay, goodbye.